Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. So today we are starting off with a full face of makeup, minus eyes and lips of course. We're going to finish this makeup look off together using the new Morphe Jaclyn Hill collab. So this is called the Divine Neutrals palette. I love the packaging of this and I love how sleek it is and like small. It's like the perfect little to-go palette, and I'm actually going away this weekend. So I can't wait to use this. Also, like, can we talk about this packaging? Like, oh, it's beautiful. So you guys know, oh, I forgot to mention, I didn't even realize it, but it has a really nice mirror, so that's lovely. But yeah, this is kind of like a surprise launch. She just kind of dropped it. This is what the palette looks like. They do have shade names, which is nice. The entire bottom row is shimmers and the entire top row is mattes. If you guys follow me on my channel, have seen any of my other reviews for palettes, you know I generally don't do swatches because I kind of just don't think that you really get the full picture when you do swatches. However, with this palette, it's not that many shades, and I do think that we would benefit seeing kind of what some of these colors look swatched. I think I'm just going to swatch a few of them just to get an idea of the formula. Another thing is that I did want to mention that normally Jaclyn has like a different formula, like her own special formula with Morphe. Also, this shade is matte, but it does have a few like little random shimmers in there, like the tiniest bit. The other ones don't have that. And then some of these shades even look like they have like a glitter to them, like crushed glitter in there somewhere. So I want to swatch some of those. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to swatch the mattes. This is the shade Chic Happens. That's really buttery, very pigmented. I'm gonna just swatch a shade here in the middle. Let's do Boo Bear, which is this brown color. When I'm swatching my finger in here, you guys, they feel so buttery, like so insanely buttery. I know you don't really get the full picture with swatches, but like they do feel very nice. Let's swatch this first light shade. Wow, that is like so pressed in there, like so compact. Look at that. I like this shade a lot. I actually didn't know how I feel about it, but it's like has like a shift, so it's light, but it also has a little bit of pink, kind of rose gold. Ooh, it's really pretty. I'm most excited for the shade Drippin' right here. This palette retails for, okay, so while I clean up my fingers, this palette retails for $18. And they do have it available on Morphe and Sephora. I bought it on Morphe the day it launched, but then it was available Sephora like the very next day, which was kind of annoying. Okay, so now I'm going to swatch this one right here called Drippin'. This is the shade I'm most excited about because of the like shimmer pigment that it has in it, like the crushed. This is one of those I've told you guys has like crushed pigment in it. Yeah, totally stunning. I hope you guys can see the difference. This one just is a little bit more shiny because it has those like little crushed pigments in there. So very nice so far. I'm super impressed already. I can't wait to play with this. And honestly, this gives me like such high-end vibes. It reminds me of like the style of palette that like Desi has come out with Dose of Colors, I think it is. I haven't really watched any reviews on this because it just launched, but it gives me Tati Beauty vibes. Okay, so obviously this is a bigger palette, right? But it gives me the same concept of like same formula, or like different formula, same shade. Obviously these are different shades, but it does very much give me the same vibe to where it's like each shade has a corresponding like matte to go with it, and that's kind of what the Tati Beauty palette does. It just gives you the same shade in different formulations. So this is very much the same kind of concept going on here, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and dive in. First thing I'm going to do is just make sure that my concealer on my lids isn't creased at all. I'm just going to pat it out with a brush. Also, just real quick, you guys, the foundation that I have on my face is the Oma by Sharon C Flawless in Real Life Foundation. You can get this at Walmart. It is a little bit pricey for Walmart, but totally worth. I think it's like $15 or so. And I am in the shade Honey Honey T1. It's a super lightweight formula, but still buildable to full coverage. As you can see, my face definitely has like that full coverage vibe going on. So let's go ahead and jump in with a nice transition shade. Super excited. It feels so good to just play with makeup and play with this palette. I got it in the mail today and I'm so excited. So I'm gonna just bend this back. It's a little bit stiff. So let's go in with the second. Actually, let's use as many shades as we can. Normally I don't do this in my routine, but I'm actually going to take the shade Chic Happens and highlight my brow bone. I normally don't do this, but I'm just going to kind of press that shade up here to see what it looks like. Make sure that it's like not too shimmery, because I do see some of those shimmers in there, but I don't really, like, I want it to be more of a matte shade, so I don't want them totally peeking through. You can kind of see them in person, but it's like very, very faint. Okay, and then here you can see the difference in my brow bone. Obviously I have concealer on, so like the shade is very light already over here, but you can see where I've done it on this side, it's a little bit lighter. So I'm just gonna highlight my brow bone just a tad. And then let's jump in with the shade Just Barely. It is the second shade in the palette. I think this shade is gonna be really light. Honestly, maybe too light for my taste, but I want to give it a go. Actually, it's light, but it is it's buildable because I've built it up already, but also it's nice enough that like even on my skin tone, even on this concealer, it definitely has the advantage of being light enough that you can like just do this, throw in some black eyeliner, a vampy lip, and like you're good to go for the fall. Also, this is like a really beautiful fall palette, but also a really great year-round palette. Like you can definitely create some smoky goodness over here. You can keep it a little lighter. You can do a lot with this palette, even though it isn't a huge, you know, overly sized, overly large palette. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush and running that in the crease. So I'm just gonna go kind of in row, and I'm gonna jump over to the shade Good Vibes. Just deepen up the crease. The mattes in here are blending beautifully. Already I can tell this is a really nice formula. It's not chalky. I hope to see other influencers talk about this palette. Honestly, I love Jaclyn. I know she's kind of like a controversial person, but especially her like more recent content I've really been enjoying. And I love a lot of the stuff from her own brand and her Morphe collections. I've pretty much always been a fan, so that looks lovely. I'm just gonna kind of add a little bit more to the outer corner here so that the eyes match. I'm actually gonna skip this one because it's a little bit darker. I'm gonna jump to the shade Booked and just pop it in the outer crease to build up some depth over here. So my favorite brown shades in all of the palettes that I own are actually the browns in the original Jaclyn Hill palette, and I feel like this palette with these browns right here is like something I have been missing in my collection for a minute and needing, and so I'm just like super thrilled that she included some really beautiful smoky, like just warm browns. I'm so here for it. It's, look at that, like it blended so nicely. Like how did I go from such a light shade like this to this without any blending? Basically I feel like it just like blended itself. Like I've never felt that way about an eyeshadow, especially an eyeshadow so deep. Also this is a brush from her. This is the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill JH32. So I'm telling you guys, when, like, you can say whatever you want about Jaclyn, but I feel like a lot of the time when she puts out product, like, it's really good. So like, yeah, she's had some big mishaps, but like her good stuff is really good. And like I'm barely dipping my brush and picking up product, and like so much pigment comes out and yet also blends really smoothly. Like this is everything that you'd want in an eyeshadow formula. It's here. Like it is so good. Let's see, I'm actually going to add a little bit more of Booked in the front of the lid right here. I want to make this look really nice and warm and smoky, and so I'm going to add more of that brown shade in the inner part of the eye. Mostly this isn't so much about the eye look as it is about kind of showing you as a formula, and of course showing you how easy it is to create a look with this. I really want to go with the shade Exposed. The shade Striptease is totally calling my name, but I'm really curious to see how this shade performs. I am going to use my finger because my nails are short right now and it's just convenient. This is like a really beautiful bronze brown gold color. Wow, I'm obsessed. I feel like this is the perfect, oh my goodness, this shade is beautiful for this. Like just an all over, like kind of grungy, kind of fall. And I'm just diffusing it with my finger upwards into the other colors. Anything, like I just used my finger. And the fact that I could even diffuse it into those mattes that easily, you guys, I'm telling you, Jaclyn knows what she's doing. This is an incredible formula. I'm fully obsessed and on board. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye in just a second, but I'm actually going to take a little bit of strip tea. Actually, let's go in with a little bit of drip in and just pop it in the center, just so you guys can see that these shades layer nicely. Wow. Do you see that? Like how easily that layered, and the fact that it layered on top of another shade after already like any tackiness from my concealer is gone. This is a great formula. Wow. I'm very happy with the money I spent on this. I feel like it was money well spent and I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to finish up the other eye, probably just pick one of these browns, throw it in the bottom crease, and kind of finish up this look together with you guys in just 1 second. Okay, so this is what the look is coming together as right now. I really just took the shade Booked and ran it on the lower lash line, made sure to keep this part more intense. I actually want to take the shade Chic Happens and a little bit of All Luxe, which is like the two light shades. I don't want it to be too sparkly, that's kind of why I'm mixing them. And I'm using them together on the inner corner just to highlight my eye, just because there's already so much like darkness in this look. I did want to bring a little bit of light back in. So far, very impressed. I'm going to pop on some mascara really quick and lashes. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara, and for lashes, I really was hoping to just have like some on my desk already. I don't want to have to open a new pair. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I found some lashes. All right, so I'm going to pop these lashes on in a second, but I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara. Not even curling my lashes. Also, I'm pretty sure that this mascara is like $6 and I really like it. If you're looking, oh, I totally just got that on my lid. Oh well, it happens. We'll just let it dry. I'm sure everybody already knows this trick for when that happens, but basically you just let the mascara dry and then it like will flake right off. So I just use like a crease brush whenever it gets on my eyes. I'm also gonna pop on, actually I would do some eyeliner, but again, like I'm not really going anywhere right now and I don't feel like doing the whole thing and like putting waterproof eyeliner on. But one thing I am gonna do is take the NYX Wonder, let's see what's it called, the NYX Wonder Pencil. It's just in the shade like cream or something, or sorry, it's in the shade light. And I'm gonna run this on my waterline just to kind of open the eye. You can kind of see the difference already. Okay, so I love the eye. Like, it's so simple and so easy, but I just really like the way it looks. I'm gonna do my lips really quick while I let my lashes dry. I'm gonna go with the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in the shade 04 All Natural. This really is like a Your Lips but better color. It's like the perfect nudie pink. And I'm actually just going to throw some gloss over top. This is the So Juicy Gloss by ColourPop in the shade Partly Rowdy. Okay, you guys, lashes are on. I love this look. I love it. I love it so much. I think that the like cream color on the waterline, the sultriness of the eyes, the lashes, I love it. I love it all so much. I wish I could tell you guys what lashes these are, but I don't remember because I literally picked them off my desk. I know I suck, but basically just pick lashes. If you like want to recreate this, pick lashes that are full and that flare outward, because that's what they do. And so it makes the eyes look extra sultry and smoky because of that. And basically I'm just going to finish off with a little bit more highlight. I know I have some on, but I figured we could use one of Jaclyn's highlights and then her blush palette to kind of top off the cheeks a little bit. So this is the shade Flurries from her Valentine's Day collection. But she has, this was limited edition, but she does have this formula and it's a really great formula. Like this like pressed highlighter, really beautiful formula. So I'm just going to intensify the highlight I've got going on. Because that highlight, literally you need nothing but like just a good brush and it makes your cheeks look so wet and it's beautiful. And then I'm going to jump in with, and this is Jaclyn Cosmetics, not Jaclyn x Morphe. I'm going to jump in with her Jaclyn Cosmetics Rouge Romance palette. I'm going to take the shade Tea Room. I don't think I've ever used this pink before. And I'm just going to kind of stamp it. This is a really pigmented palette. I feel like it'll last me forever. I feel like if you wanted to turn this look into like a more fall look, basically I think all you would need to do is change the lip, and if you wanted to make it extra smoky you could switch out the like light eyeliner, that like the cream color shade I used for something brown or black maybe. But again, I'm just really into that. I think it gives the eyes like a really doe-eyed effect, which I love. And then yeah, just use like a darker lip, maybe something matte. But overall, you guys, I'm completely obsessed. This is going to be, I'm going to pack my makeup bag here in a second for this weekend, and this is going to be the only palette that I'm taking just because it's so perfect. Like you can do, she included a really dark brown in here, which I love because you can do that, do like a really quick little smoky moment on the lash line if you're like in a pinch and you don't want to do liner. Even this color gives like a burgundy color to it, so like you've got a lot of variety. Honestly, this is everything I need in a palette. This is me in a palette. Like it's so beautiful and so perfect. And again, normally I'm not somebody who's like, oh my god, my palettes need to have a mirror, but this one does. And this is like perfect on the go. It gives you just enough room to like see your eyes, and if you back it up you can see your whole face obviously. But yeah, I think that she did a great job designing this, and I love the packaging. It's beautiful. It's a little bit more simple for Jaclyn. If you know, she normally goes for this like very white, like silvery vibe, and this is like gold writing, and this has like a peachiness to it that I just really love. I love the packaging. It's sleek, it's perfect, it fits in your bag. I don't know, I don't have enough good things to say about it. I think the price point is perfect. The shade range is incredible, and the formulation is chef's kiss. So that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more looks with this palette. I can totally come up with some other looks, other inspo. Today I just wanted to kind of play with it, give you guys like my full review, and then also just create something that was easy, because I really feel like this look was really easy to put together. I mean, we were using our fingers, like can't get easier than that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.